Hey guys, happy Halloween! It is now Halloween time, or October. It is my favorite time of the year by a lot, and I'm here to pumpkin spice everything. I just bought these today and they're divine. To give you my September wrap up, and then we'll move on to my October TBR. Sorry if I look tired or crazy. It's late at night. I don't know if you can see that this is bare. I hope you don't mind the stuff here. This shelf is completely empty. This shelf is empty, and I am packing up my books to reorganize it. And hopefully by December, I'll have a completely different layout in my room. Alright, so let's talk about what I read. I didn't do too hot. In fact, I didn't post a TBR. One, because it would have come up at the end of September, and two, because I did less than half of my TBR. This one is technically an August read, but I read The Life and Legend of Obi-Wan Kenobi by Ryder Winham. I gave it 4 out of 5 possible stars. This ties into my favorite version of Star Wars ever, which is Jude Watson's Junior Star Wars. This is not Legends, so it's not part of the official EU, but I really like this Star Wars, and I liked this Obi-Wan story, and it went all the way from when Obi-Wan was a little Padawan until meeting Qui-Gon, and then finding Anakin's fall, all the way until the very end when he helps Anakin become a Force ghost. That feels good. This is a companion to the rise and fall of Darth Vader. Then it was #Yearathon. It was supposed to be Banned Books Week. I had a huge TBR planned. I was supposed to read The Bridge to Terabithia and as much of the Twilight series that I could. This is all I read. I did not like this very much. I gave this a 3 stars, and it's lucky it got that much. The ending is really good. If you guys know the story, this is about a boy named Just Aaron's. It takes place in the 70s in Pennsylvania, I think. Very poor rural area, and the city girl who has no problems with money moves in, and she becomes Jess's best friend. Winner of the Newbery Medal. It's famous. I think the movie's better, to be honest. And I just am not the biggest fan. I don't like any of the characters other than his friend, Leslie Burke. Yeah, and then after what the main catalyst and the main point of the story happens, everyone changes around. And I understand where they were coming from this, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. After that, I was reading ElfQuest. As you guys know, Final Quest, getting it, reading it. My brain's been on ElfQuest ever since. Something else has taken over, but I'll explain that in my next video. But first, I read ElfQuest Hidden Years and Shards, both by Wendy and Richard Pini. 5 out of 5 stars. New reads. I don't own this at all, but Shards and Hidden Years, you have to trade off. You can read Hidden Years up to a point, and then you have to trade off between Hidden Years and Shards all the way up, and then finish with Shards. My favorite arc, or one of my very favorite arcs. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Basically, the palace of the High Ones has shattered into mini shards. Half the elves go to war to get it back, and the other half have to hide because the chances of the elves winning are slim to none. Then I read, I think this is up there with my favorite of the month. I don't have it anymore, I gave it to my friends. It is Gotham Academy Volume 1, Welcome to Gotham Academy by Becky Clunan, Brendan Fletcher, and Carl Kerschel. Oh my goodness. I loved this graphic novel. It is great. We are not following the Bat family, although they all make a big presence. We are following 2 girls, in particular one girl who had something very traumatizing happen over the summer, and now she comes back to Gotham Academy. She's trying to figure out her relationship with her boyfriend while still maintaining best friends with his little sister, and there's a ghost haunting the school. Bruce Wayne and Damian Wayne make appearances, as well as some villains. It's so good. The way she makes all of her friends and the adventures they get up to. I can't wait for Volume 2, which is not out yet. Oh my gosh, this was so good. A lot of people have said it's good. They weren't kidding. Oh my gosh, 5 out of 5 stars. Phenomenal. Oh. Then I reread a book I wanted to read during #Yearathon, Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. Books and Cookies over on Tumblr, or Books and Cookies Book Talk here on YouTube. Both links are down in the doobly-doo. She's amazing. Mary is awesome. She was doing a rereadathon of the entire Twilight series. This is all I read in September. I was supposed to read all 4 books. I had some trouble getting into it. I rediscovered that I do love Twilight and I hate Twilight at the same time. It's a really weird series for me. I don't understand how this works, but I love it and I hate it all at once, and I don't get it. I don't get it, but I'm glad to have it. 3 stars to read it because Edward was kind of frustrating, But I love the voice of Bella. She is so snarky in her head. And that's one of the reasons why when I heard they were doing a movie, I went, why? It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie. The rest of them actually make pretty damn good movies. But Twilight is not a very good book to movie idea because all the amusing things, all the fun things, all the action-y things, all the cool things in Bella's brain. I went to the movie expecting it to suck completely and it didn't. Or as bad as I feared, it was definitely not even close to as good as I hoped they would get it. Vampire temper tantrum. Scene in the forest that doesn't exist. By the way, Edward scares the crap out of Bella all the time in the series. I don't understand that point. And then back to ElfQuest. I read a ton of ElfQuest. I read a lot of ElfQuest in September. I read The Searcher and the Sword by Wendy and Richard Pini, the next graphic novel after Shards and Hidden Years. This takes place a few years later and it revolves around Shuna, the human girl that helps Cutter and the others, and about her discovering her place in life, especially as an adopted daughter of Cutter. I love Shuna and I love this and I wish we could get more of Shuna, but we're not really going to because of how Final Quest went on. But I love this. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, of course. After that, I also read the graphic novel after this that I don't own, The Discovery by Wendy and Richard Pini, another 5 out of 5 stars. Shuna takes a back seat and instead her brother Sunstream, as he is now called at this point in time, takes the front and recognizes somebody. Ah, that's an interesting one. Elves that don't like other elves, as well as mer-elves. I thought that was such a weird idea, and it worked great. She did phenomenal. Of course she did. It's Wendy Penny. Although, rainbow fish. Sunstream turns into a rainbow fish. That's just... no. Then I also got in ElfQuest, the Final Quest Volume 11, What is Life? Oh my gosh, the last page, the last lines of this, what even? It makes you rethink the whole series and it's mind-blowing, it's amazing, oh my gosh, and Dart finally gets to get somebody. Sally Fate died years ago in ElfQuest. At the very beginning of New Blood, Dart's life mate and love of his life died and he finally gets back together with someone and that's nice. I know I'm not too fond of homosexual things, I don't really approve, but at the same time I don't want to be alone forever. Take it or leave it, I'm not a huge fan of that. But oh my gosh, finally he's with somebody. Okay, I'm just like, at least he's with another elf and not sitting in the corner depressed as crazy, because oh my goodness. Anyway, oh my gosh, this was amazing. I'm gonna link down my Tumblr response that I put together of how mind-blowing and the feels and the emotions and the rock and skywise and yes, ElfQuest. 5 out of 5 stars. That blew my mind, so I haven't been able to pick up much ElfQuest since. So I went on and finally read, after sitting here for like 2.5 months, Catwoman Volume 3, Death of the Family. This is by, I don't have it here, so it is by Anne Nocenti and Rafa Sandoval. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. So in the Joker bind-up Death of the Family, Catwoman has 20 pages. That's it. So I did not expect anything of this comic because there is nothing in the actual Death of the Family arc. Wrong. Oh no. Hers isn't even 1 volume long. It starts in volume 2. OMG, the character development that she goes through because of this. And something that never happens. Batman breaks down with Catwoman. He finally breaks down about everything that happened and he just collapses and she helps him through it and the two of them start to grow together and the character development that she and he go through is just amazing. Oh my gosh. 4 out of 5 stars. Loved it, loved it, loved it. After that, I read my favorite movie as a child, A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Oh my goodness, I love this. I still think the 90s movie is better. 2 people that I know have said they liked the book better, LA Knight, and someone else said they liked the movie better, but I liked the movie a little bit better. What happens with her dad is a little bit different and it's not as long. But oh my goodness. Basically, we follow the story of Sarah Crew, who is very rich. She is born and raised in India. Sarah is very kind and giving and loving. and she starts to pretend that she's a princess. And actually everyone else kind of says Princess Sarah, whether it's because they're mocking her or because they think that that's a good thing and that she really is a princess. And so she decides to go ahead along with this pretend. She has a vivid imagination that she uses all the time. She gets sent into London, England. In the movie it's New York City because it was an American production, to Miss Minchin's school for girls, and there tragedy befalls her and she is penniless and has nowhere else, and she becomes a servant. And it's about how she deals with these changes and doesn't lose heart, and it's so great, and I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. 5 out of 5 stars. This is up there with Gotham Academy being my favorite. OMG, I absolutely love this book. And look at this amazing edition from the Barnes & Noble's Junior Leatherbound Classics. It's got this, and it's got a silver ribbon and silver gilded pages and gorgeous artwork. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love this book. I love it. I love this edition. I'm so glad that I have it. Oh, why didn't I read it before? I don't know. And then the last thing that I managed to get read in September is Teen Titans Volume 1, technically number 6, by Will Pfeiffer, Kenneth Rocafort, Scott Hepburn, and Dan Brown. This is Blinded by the Light. This picks up after we leave them in Volume 5 by Scott Lobdell. Scott Lobdell has left, and it's Will Pfeiffer. That's why they restarted the numbers, but everything that happened then. The only thing is I didn't remember them knowing Tim. That was my biggest complaint. However, it's hilarious. Oh my goodness, so much funness and hilarity, and I can't wait to see what happens. And they get tied up with Star Labs guy, and I can't wait to continue on with this. I thought that there would be some problems now that we lost 2 major characters. Kid Flash and the girl are no longer with the team in their own world. Hopefully they'll come back because KF was awesome, and the other girl, I forget her name. They were great characters, and I really hope that we can get back with them, but I think this carried on really well. Oh my goodness, Beast Boy's hilarious. I can't wait to see what happens next. That's everything that I read in the month of September. It's not that good. I had a lot more books that I wanted to read. And in fact, that's mostly my October TBR. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more. I am going to continue to try to bring videos back. I'm trying to post at least 1 video a week. Hopefully I can move it up to 2 and eventually go back to book review Fridays, because I have several book reviews coming for you guys. Let me know if you want a full detailed review on anything that I did. I'm doing an Elfquest review, planning on it eventually, but I have things from last month that need reviews, including Mockingjay the movie and the trailer review, because I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I saw the movie. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Hair on my face. Alright, so I'm sorry if I'm shiny. Just because it's October doesn't mean it's even remotely cool in Tucson. As I got, as I could, and let me tell you, 3 stars, you're going back to Raven. I'm never owning that. And there is a fly on my camera. This feels really comfortable. And then today, Twilight Life and Death came out, and I got it, and I'm so excited. Okay, are you even recording this? Oh my gosh, it is. Catwoman Volume 3, A Death of the Family. Not A Death in the Family, Death of the Family. And not sitting in the corner, depressed as fuck. I should be standing up for it. After that, I read... Excuse me, I burped. No, I already talked about that. Never mind. Thought that was next. No, it's not. Okay. If I can turn the page. But yeah, that's everything that I read in the month. Wow, that was loud.